to another episode in our Agrifocus Barbados series. Today, we'll be looking at the importance of responsible pesticide use with Acting Registrar of Pesticides at the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security, Jenia Oxley. Is it really necessary for me to invest in PPE if I'm just at home?
Yes, it is, because a pesticide, as the name suggests, is responsible for killing. The chemistry behind the pesticide is such that the quantity that is used is dependent on the size. So eventually, if you use enough of it, it can kill you too. So the smaller the organism, it might utilize less of the pesticide than for a larger organism. But if you keep on exposing yourself to it over a period of time, then you're introducing the quantity to yourself. I hope I'm making sense.
Perfect sense.
So that's why we always say, no matter if you are using it at home on a small plot, if you're using it in a large field, you still must wear the PPE recommended again on the label, so you have to read your label.
So when you say PPE and I'm home, what does my PPE entail?
Your PPE should be coveralls. You see the coveralls being worn by the large plantations. I would encourage you to also purchase a coverall. Most of them are washable, but there are some that are disposable. For the homeowner, I'm suggesting the ones that you can wash. Now, since we're talking about washing, just let me divert a bit. Once you've treated your crop, please do not wash your coveralls with the rest of your clothes. They're to be washed, and I suggest on the outside, just a quick hand wash and put on the line to make sure that you do not mix them with your normal laundry or your other members of your family. And remember, I just told you about the pesticides concentration really impacts depending on the size of the organism, and that yes, more often not, we're treating really small organisms. You have small people in your houses, you have children, sometimes crawling around that size. So imagine that it takes a smaller quantity of the pesticide to affect them than a grown-up. But I digress. The coveralls, or if you don't have coveralls for treating your garden at home, you can wear like old jeans, a long sleeve shirt. You're looking to protect your entire body. If you're going to do that, we also suggest that you wear an apron. There's some aprons that you can purchase at the stores. They're made out of plastic, so that you're protecting at least more often the front of your body, because more often than not, that's how you're dealing with the crops. It's going to impact the front of your body more than the back. Then you make sure you're wearing your boots, your gloves, have your head covered, and respirator.
When I'm finished with my pesticide, what should I do? Do I just throw it in the garbage?
Well, the science says that once you've triple rinsed it correctly, and we like to add an additional layer of safety, that is by puncturing it. The puncture is to make sure that nobody utilizes it for anything late. Hopefully children will use it to play with, but then somebody else will pick it up to put feed in it, to feed the animals. So it's just to make sure it's not usable. But we also have a project on stream where we are hoping to collect the empty plastic containers and utilize them to make other things. So we're engaging in the circular economy and hoping not to add to our problems at the landfill by pulling it out. But that's an ongoing project. However, for that project to be successful, we need everybody to engage in triple rinsing once they've used their pesticides in the bottles. You'll see containers placed at various sites of the island eventually where you can deposit the bottles, but right now we want you triple rinse. You can contact the ministry if you have a lot of containers, and we will tell you how we will be able to collect them. But for the average homeowner, once you have triple rinsed, and I keep on saying it has to be triple rinsed the correct way, then you can add it to the municipal waste.
Responsible pesticide use isn't a choice, it's a responsibility. so always make sure that you thoroughly read the labels. Dispose of used pesticide containers properly, and of course, always make sure that you wear your personal protective equipment.